So yeah, just real quick, I wanted to give a shout out to my boy didnt. Man makes really good, original content. Go check him out. I'll leave my link in the description so you can go over to his channel, subscribe, like a video, give him a hand job, all that good shit. And yeah, let's get into the video. So, this is like 2013, 2014-ish, like that's kind of like the time zone. I was like a sophomore in high school, and I'm just chilling in the hallways. It's passing period, and my friend Rye comes up. I don't want to use people's real names because I don't want to piss anybody off, but my friend Rye comes up. He's like, yo man, I'm throwing a kickback over at my apartment. Like, you down? Like, can you bring the sticky icky? He asked me to bring some smoke, and I was like, all right, cool, I can do that. It'll be a fun time. And needless to say, I should not have had that smoke. It was a bad thing. I'm not condoning it. Please be 21 or over, or have your medical card. Yeah, and so he was like, yo man, I'm throwing this kickback in my apartment. Bring some smoke. It'll be lit. And I was like, cool. He invited a bunch of people, and so we're all chilling in Rye's apartment, which, by the way, this is like the apartment complex is really nice. Like, these are really nice apartment complexes, but the location of them wasn't in the best part of town, and like literally like right behind the apartment complexes was like this garbage dump of just like all this like concrete and just dirt and all these homeless people. It was just like really bad, right? It was just like a dumping ground. And that was kind of like the area that we always kind of hung out and did stupid shit in, which is, ends up being the place where we actually go and, smoke this stuff, because we can't smoke it in his apartment because, for obvious reasons. So, while hanging out, and they're like, alright man, so Rye's mom, she's coming back in like 5 hours, because his mom had a night job, a night shift job. And so that's why we were able to do all this stuff in like the dead of night and all that shit. But she always came home at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, right? So, that was kind of like, we had to be in bed and quiet and all that dumb shit before then. That was kind of like the rule of thumb. So, we're all just hanging out, and Rye, it's like, you know what, man, it's time. Let's chill. We're all chilling, we're all ready, everyone's here. Let's go do this shit. I'm like, cool. And then we hit up somebody so we can get, there's a lot of people, it's 8 people, and I only brought like enough for like 3 or 4 of us, even though our tolerances were like ridiculously fucking low. My friend Jay, he hits up fucking this guy named Zach, and Zach is always like infamous for having weed, even though it's not always been the best. Like, some of it's been bunk. So we're like, remember man, that man always has at least some shit on him. It's cool. And we fucking hit him up, and then he comes over to the apartment complexes, and he's like, alright, well, I can only hold 3 people in my small ass car, right? So, not everyone can come in here. And we're like, that's fine, whatever. So my friends C, J, and then Jer, so those 3 people, they all go in a car ride with Zach to go, smoke, and they'll be back, later, whatever. We're like, alright, cool. So they leave, and so then it's just me, Rye, A, which is the guy I'll be like really talking about, and M. So, M, he wasn't really like, he was cool and stuff, but he wasn't really accepted. You know what I mean? Like, he always just kind of ditched stuff that was like, why the fuck are you doing that? That's dumb. Stop doing it. Like, fuck off, bro. At the same time, I kind of hung out with him one-on-one, and he was pretty chill. So, it was me, Rye, A, and M. We go out, and there's this community center, which you have to like walk by to get to like where that, where all the like concrete and all the dumpage and shit is that nobody really hangs out at. And there was like this like old broken down couch that we used to sit on, which is really not sanitary. But we go out, that we had to go by that community center because we kind of wanted to stick by it in the back because it didn't have any security cameras or anything like that, and it was always like, a good place to just chill. Nobody would really see you. And it wasn't too far back into like the junk area. And, we're just chilling, and then I whip out, the doobie, the joint that we're going to be smoking. It was just like a regular joint. I actually think it was in a king-size cone, so we smoked a king-size joint of some really good stuff. I can't remember what it was called. We're passing around, or first what happens was we took it out. Wow, sounds like a porno. Took it out. But, yeah, we're chilling by this community center, right? And my car was parked in the parking lot, like facing the community center, and we couldn't see shit because we didn't like none of our phones had flashlights because we were all like poor as shit. We didn't have like good smartphones. You know, can't see shit. And I'm like, all right, hold up, fucking, let me turn on my lights to my car, which at the time I had this like fucking weird ass like rusty. I had this really gross rusty minivan, like 97 fucking minivan, right? Like old as shit. So I turned on my car lights so we can see shit just real quick, so we can just light the joint. It starts to go in rotation, so it goes, originally it was gonna go clockwork, so it was gonna be Rye, A, M, me. That's how it was, gonna work. M ended up being like, nah, bro, I'll drink as much as, I can drink a fuck ton and not get fucked up at all, because this guy, he always liked to brag about how much he could drink. So he's like, yeah, man, whatever, I don't need smoke, I'm good. Which I guess in the long run was pretty good on his part for not caving in under peer pressure, I guess. But, he was like, nah, I'm out. But then A was like, this is my first time smoking. And we didn't know that really at the time. We were like, oh shit, okay, let's go, A, let's just try this shit. And this man, of course, since he had never smoked before, this man got the joint so gross. Like on the end, it was so nasty. We ended up having to tear the shit off and like wiping it off. It was so gross, man. That man had no man. He was like that scene from SpongeBob when SpongeBob just like licking his fucking lips before he's about to play Squidward's clarinet. That's how wet this man's mouth was. Like, I swear, it was so bad. And so we finished the joint, right? And shit isn't really like hitting, we're not really feeling it for a little bit. It's gonna take like 10-ish minutes. And we go walk up back to Rye's apartment. He lives on the second floor. And we go up there, and we're just kind of chilling. We're just kind of like watching TV, listening to music, just chilling, being dumbasses, starting to get like super fucking high off of that one joint, because our tolerance was so low. And then A, all of a sudden, A just kind of starts acting a little weird, like off. Like he'll make a joke, but it'll be like really loud. So we're like, hey, A, calm down, bro. Like, wasn't that funny? Like, chill, bro. And he's like, all right, cool, whatever. Then he gets like he starts acting like really weird, and he starts like talking to himself, like, and then this, and we're like, stop, bro, that's weird. You gotta chill, man. Like, stop doing that. And then he just doesn't stop. He keeps getting louder and louder, and then finally everyone's like, hey, calm down. Like, everyone is like a group voice, like, chill the fuck out. He just went into this like endless loop of I'm sorry. Like, he was like, I'm sorry, but he kept saying it like super loud, and he kept repeating it, like, chill, bro, be quiet. He's like, I'm sorry. And we're like, bro, chill. And he's like, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry, Dad, I'm sorry. And he just kept doing that like, over and over and over. And then finally we just got out some soda, and then that made him stop. He just stopped, like, saying I'm sorry. We're like, all right, cool. This man likes soda. We'll just give him a whole 2-liter, whatever. Be done with it, right? This man got an orange 2-liter and a grape 2-liter because they were sitting next to each other, or but they were right next to each other on the table that we were all sitting around. And he goes, like, like, what are you doing, A? Like, stop, that's weird. What the fuck? And you fucking, come to find out, this man gave these, each one of these sodas a fucking personality. This man came up with fucking personalities for him. It was so dumb, but like only he could understand them. So he was just like, oh my God, grape doesn't like orange, but orange only likes to do certain things. And he like gave him a hat, and we're like, what are you doing, eh? Like, stop it. That's fucking weird. And then he went back into the endless loop of sorry, but at the same time, he was talking with these fucking 2-liters, and we're like, bro, that's you're done. We're over. Like, this is so fucking dumb. Whatever. So we take him to Rye's room, which is in like the back of the apartment, put him in there, put him in bed, which if I still had the footage of it, because I recorded it, that part, man, I wish I had the footage for that. Because that would have been so funny. But we're like, all right, man, just chill, whatever, just stay here, go to sleep, man. He's like, okay. And we're like, all right. And then we're all, we walk out, close the door, we're all chilling in Rye's living room, just chilling. We're like, man, that really killed killed our vibe, man. That was stupid. Oh, whatever, man. Let's just keep chilling. So then my friend D makes some fucking potatoes. And we're like, yes. Like, I love these potatoes. You're like, what the fuck? Made potatoes. Fucking, he cooked them bitches like they were fries. He like made potato fries out of like potato slices. They were so good, I swear. And he made those, and we were just snacking on those, just going in. And, you know, some time went by, like about like 30, 45 minutes-ish. 45, remember? About 45 minutes-ish, you know? And all of a sudden we hear like the fucking door, like a door open. And we're like, what the fuck? Hello? That was weird. And all of a sudden, that's when we hear it. Thumps, like, we're like, what the fuck is that? All of a sudden, because the whole living room, it had a hallway that, like, if you're sitting and chilling in the living room, you can clearly see the hallway that leads to Rye's room, right? But there's like a corner that you have to go around before you get to the actual hallway. So there's like these two hallways, like this right angle hallway. And, you know, we're hearing those thumps like, doo, 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 and we're like, what the fuck? Like, what is that? And all of a sudden, we see fucking this blanket just kind of at the edge of the fucking corner. We're like, what the fuck? And that's when A comes out under the blanket like he's some little kid. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on? Does this man just embody Schmeagol? Did Schmeagol just steal this man's soul? Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it was so crazy because we were all still pretty high at the time. So we were like, what the fuck? Like, that's so weird. And then he like made a grudge joke and we were like, I guess that's funny. But he wouldn't stop. And he kept doing it. It was getting really creepy. And then he like would come over and he like grabbed the sodas. And we were like, bro, you can't just grab the sodas. Like, we're sipping on this. What the fuck are you doing? Step. This. What do you step? And that, you know, we're like, what the fuck? Like, that's fucking weird. Stop. So A, he like smelled the potatoes. And he was like, it just sound delicious. Sound delicious. Wow. He was like, the bitches smell delicious. And then just fucking stood up and just booked it to those potatoes. Like, just ran to those potatoes and just started mowing down, like ate the rest of those potatoes. And we're like, what the fuck? Hey, get back to your room right now. Boy, you're in timeout. Go back to your room. And so he's like, oh, what the fuck? So that's when Jay comes back, right? With Jer and C. Like, you hear them knocking on the door, like, dum, 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 dum. And A's like, and you know, everyone looked at the door. Rye opens the door, and it's Jay with Jer and C. And they're just chilling there. And everyone's like giggling. And Jay looks back and he sees Jer and C just like giggling and being, you know, dumb as fuck. Come to find out that those guys had actually smoked like way more weed than we had with Z or with Zach. And we're like, what? Like, oh my god, you guys are gone. And then fucking everyone's freaking out because then as that happens, A just starts freaking out. He's like, hey guys, what's going on? And just starts making the noises and shit. And we're like, fucking, that's like, stop. Like, it honestly started to scare a lot of us. Like, we were like, what the fuck? Right? Because everyone's like super high and we're like, what the fuck? Stop out. It's weird. And we thought he was like having a weird ass panic attack or some shit like that. You know, and then, you know, Rye's mom was coming home because at this time it was like, you know, like 2 o'clock-ish in the morning, and we had originally gone out at like 10 o'clock to go smoke the joint. So we had just been like chilling for a while. So we're like, hey, Rye's mom is coming home, you know, we all have to get into Rye's room and just chill, like play some video games or put on Netflix or something, right? But fucking A just wouldn't go. He was like, and just fucking wouldn't go, right? And then somebody mentioned like calling the cops, and that freaked everybody out. Everyone was like, fuck no! Oh, what the fuck? No, don't get the cops involved! And fucking A was like, oh, fucking cops, no, I'm sorry, and went back into like the endless loop. And we're like, what, dude? Like, this is so dumb right now. This is so fucking retarded. And so like, it's just pure like chaos in this apartment, which, you know, keep in mind, we're supposed to be quiet, but we're just being loud as fuck, because for obvious fucking reasons. And we're like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then everyone just kind of chills and starts to calm down. We finally get A to go back to bed for like the end of the night. Right? It's like 2:50, right? Like, or yeah, fucking, it's like 2:50-ish, right? Like in the morning. And Rye's mom is coming home, like really soon. Like he gets a text from her. she's like, I'm on my way home. So we're like, okay, need to put A back in bed, like right now. And everyone helped out and we got all that stuff. And then Jay and C talk about like what happened with Zach and how like apparently they were just chilling in this car. They smoked like 2 joints, like 2 or 3 joints. These guys were blazed, and they were just like driving around town, kind of like smoking the joint, like around the area. And like according to them, like everything was going super fast, but they were actually only going like 25 miles per hour in like the slow lane. C was like infamous for puking for like a bunch of stupid shit. Like he puked when we tried hookah. This man puked for another reason. This man puked when he smoked weed. And so they told me, or they were telling me and Rye and Em about this shit, and we're like, damn, that's fucking crazy. Jay said like he didn't really feel it. So when he came up and he like knocked on the door to see A like flipping shit, I think that's when he really felt it. And fucking C and Jer said they didn't really feel it later, but then Jay says when he got up the stairs and he looked back and he saw C and Jer, that they were just like giggling. Like they went from like at the bottom of the stairs, they were just like, man, I'm not feeling anything. This is dumb. Like that was a waste of time. Fucking C puked over here because he was coughing so hard. It was bunk weed. This was dumb. Get all the way up to the top of the stairs, and them 2 guys, Jer and C, are just giggling their asses off. And then Jay's just like, what the fuck? Like, these guys are so high right now. What the hell? And he turns around to Rye opening the door, and it's just, like, A just going like, what? Just freaking out. And then it's, me and then M, and we're just like, yo, what the fuck? And then M kept messing with A. Like, he just kept, like, poking him and touching him. And we're like, fucking stop, M. Like, that's dumb. And so, that all happened, and he was telling us how, like, his perspective from that. And fucking then we all had to go to Rye's room to like pass out, right? So we all get into his room and we're like, chilling, watching Netflix, about to pass out, and you just keep hearing A in the bed just farting and giggling for like an hour and a half, and he wouldn't stop, and the room just fucking stunk. And that's when I passed out, and then I woke up, and that was it. That's the story of how, my friend A just damn near had a fucking panic attack when he smoked weed for the first time. So we like didn't trust him at all to smoke weed in the future until he proved himself later, like a year later. When I look back on it, it was probably should have handled that a lot better. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys liked it. If you did like it, drop that subscribe, drop a comment if you want to hear another story, or if you think, like there's any way you can, if you have any criticism on like how I tell the story, because again, this is the first time that like I've ever done this. But yeah, just leave a comment, subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys in another video. So peace, stay lit. Oh fuck.